So today I will be reviewing Growing Up Hip Hop Season 3, Episode 3. So this week, the episode opens up with Egypt, or should I say Peppa? I'm going to say Peppa. Now, Peppa's not the main cast member of the show. It's supposed to be her daughter, Egypt. But, I mean, I have to be honest. Peppa, you're stealing the show. You're looking really good, better than you were in your salt and pepper days. Your hair is on point. Your personality is bubbly and friendly and ready for the camera. Peppa, I'm going to need you to have a seat. You are not the star of the show. Now, I know you are used to all of this. You've had a television show before on VH1 with Salt. Remember that? I was a fan back then. You've been on stage your whole life. You're used to the camera. But your daughter's not. It's not about you anymore, Peppa. It's about Egypt. I need you to pipe down and shut up and give your daughter some camera time. You are overpowering her and she's coming off a bit dull. Okay? Now, if you're not around, I don't have you to compare her to. Okay? But since you were hogging up most of the camera time, let's talk about it. Okay, so they bought this new fabulous house in LA. And Peppa wants to have a housewarming party, and you know she's already famous, so she's going to bring her famous friends. But before she did that, she wanted to make sure there were no ghosts in the house. I said she looked good. I didn't say, you know, she had all of her marbles. And so she had, I don't know, a Ghostbuster come in. No, a nut job. She had a nut job show up to supposedly cleanse the house from the ghosts. And then she proceeds to have this housewarming party, which I refer to as the scene of the crime. Now, this housewarming party, I really call the scene of the crime because it's where the majority of the episode took place. All the action happened at Peppa's house, who's already in love with the camera. Okay, so I don't know if you remember last week, Peppa's hairdresser was talking to Peppa, Egypt, and her cousin, TT, and she told him that rumors were that Kirstinia was having an affair with a married man, her producer, Adonis. Okay, so Kirstinia shows up with Adonis. Like, she's not helping these rumors much, you know. I mean, damn. I mean, what? Listen, when you show up with the culprit, you know, you just look guilty, child. You just look guilty. I mean, whether you are or not. Right now, I'm going to say guilty until proven innocent. So then we have TT, Pep's cousin. She was the greeter at the door when Boogie came in. So Boogie is Dame Dash's son that has the DUI. This is the second one. And so, you know, his dad is hell-bent on opening up a weed shop in Vegas. Now, I thought this was ridiculous. He wants to be a legal drug dealer. But, you know, I live in Vegas. They're making hand over foot money by the pounds here. I mean, they're running out of weed. It's that bad. So if he can get his license, this might be a great business. You know, I always call Dame Dash crazy. It's just his outer appearance. He's just crazy. But it doesn't mean he doesn't have good ideas. So but Boogie's paranoid out of his mind because he has this DUI and he thinks this could affect the business. Yeah, hello. So he hasn't told his dad yet. So when he gets to the party, he says, I'm not drinking. A housewarming party. I'm not drinking because I already have this over my head and I just can't afford for it to happen. Well, he was really good. At least in front of the camera. I mean, I'm not trying to be a shit starter here, okay? I'm not. But I can't help how I feel. Listen, when he was saying he wasn't going to drink and he started talking to TT, then he asked her on a date, he just looked a little tipsy to me. You know, I know a lot of alcoholics, you know. There's a lot of my family, and I know the drunk ass look. He just didn't look right. He was like, yeah, can we go out? You know, drunk people, high people, they extend their sentences like this. So if you see me doing a review like that, most likely I'm high or drunk. And same for Boogie. Since he was talking like that, most likely he was high or drunk. But he wanted to tell us he wasn't. But I'm going, okay, yeah, Boogie. So Romeo gets to the party and Peppa comes out with her over-the-top personality. She's perfect for the camera. Like, I'm gonna need her to stay home next episode. She makes me forget all about poor little Egypt. But anyway, she comes out, she wants Romeo and Boogie to take shots, and Boogie goes, well, you know, for Peppa. But, you know, he's not fooling me. He was already sipping on something, you know, so don't feel guilty, Peppa, you know. It wasn't your fault. His ass was already high or drunk. I'm just saying. So next, Vanessa came to the party, and I guess Angela was supposed to come, but she didn't show up. And Briana came to the party. Now, this is the first time Vanessa has seen Briana since she found out that Briana calls her sister a bitch, okay? So, you know, she had to check her. But, you know, there's not a ghetto bone in Vanessa and Angela Simmons' body. I mean, you couldn't pay them. That whole run DMC thing, that's over. That was her dad and Russell and her dad were in the damn hood. They weren't, and they act like a little rich girl. So this was, she said, I'm gonna check her. Well, she didn't say check. I think I need to talk to Briana because, you know, this is very awkward. That's what she said. So then Briana came in, and now Briana's just the opposite. She hood as hell. So if you had Angela and Vanessa over here on the uppity scale, down here in the negative scale is Briana. Not a classy bone in her body. No offense. Now, I like you, but you're just not classy. I'm sorry, you know. You're still my girl, but not classy at all. And we can start with that hair. The blonde, green, purple, red shit you got going on. It's insane. Like rainbow hair. Just rainbow hair. Okay. So, beautifully put together Vanessa says to Briana. Briana comes up, what's up? What's up? Ghetto as hell. Funny and loving. But ghetto. But she said herself, you know, she grew up on Kool-Aid. So she comes over, Vanessa says, I feel like we need to have a conversation. And she was drinking something. Like what? About what? You know, Briana. I still like her. She's just hood as hell. So she said, you know, I heard, you know, what you said about my little sister. And she's like, uh-huh. And she was like, I just feel like you shouldn't be saying those things. And she was like, well, it is what it is, basically, is what it said. And then took her ghetto ass off. Listen, Vanessa, you tried. I'm going to give you an A for effort. You tried. But, you know, people like that doesn't sink in with Briana. You know, remember her dad's the one that's suing Mary J. Blige. When I say they go low, they go low. And you can't come in here with your Michelle Obama attitude. That's not going to work. May I suggest you just ignore Briana the next time you see her? I'm just saying. After that, you know, Boogie's the second biggest, most storyline on the show because, you know, Dame Dash is known for being an asshole. Like, he's just, and that's not being me, that's not me saying that. He's just, if you look up asswipe in the dictionary, there's Dame Dash. I mean, everyone says he's an asshole. I mean, ask Jay-Z. He was so bad, he broke up the partnership behind his back. Dame Dash is a pure asshole. And so poor little Boogie is scared to tell him. But Boogie's letting these problems get worse, you know. So he ended up taking TT out on a date. And he brought her a grill, okay. Boogie, I'm needing you to get my number because, I mean, he seems like he likes to spend money on people he don't know. So, you know, Boogie, call me. So he took her to go get a grill, and he wants to date her again, but after the grill, they go get something to drink. I hope there was soda in Boogie's cup, and his lawyer called saying, you owe us $5,000. He was sitting so close to TT, she heard the whole thing. I don't think there's going to be a second date. Because she said, DUI? I mean, you tried. I mean, I don't think there's going to be a second date. But to be honest, if she wants that grill, child, you better get over it. And the final scene ends with Master P. Now, again this week, it was Romeo's every episode yelling contest, you know, because he gets yelled out by Master P every single episode. Like, I like his music. I love Master P. I think Romeo's cute, but Master P couldn't be my dad. You know, he just couldn't. He's too much. He's over the top. But that's probably where he is, because you know, my dad doesn't act like that, but my dad's a maintenance man. So he's not like Master P. So maybe that's what you have to do to get to the top. I don't know how Romeo can take it. Okay, so Romeo gets in trouble for his friend Little One beating up Romeo's friend because Romeo's friend was talking shit about Romeo behind his back. So now, I don't know where Master P's from, but I kind of want a cousin like Little One. Like, I'm gonna have to get Little One's number because, please, if somebody's dogging me behind my back, I would want my cousin to step up to the plate. I mean, that's just me. You know, me and Briana, we're hood as hell. But Master P wasn't playing this. So he went off on Romeo and he was like, I can't have this. He can't bring down what we work for. You know, he's always under pressure. And maybe he is. Maybe that's why he's Master Mean instead of Master P. He is always uptight. So he chewed Romeo out. And Romeo had to go find Little One and tell him, you know, his father's upset, you know, what you did was wrong. And the whole time I couldn't really focus on what Romeo was saying because this is when I got a full body shot of Little One. I thought Little One was just a nickname, like, hey Little One. I didn't know he was like 1 inch above a dwarf. Little One, he was really little. So the guy he beat up had to be at least 6 inches taller than him. How you let a little boy beat you up like that? You know, Romeo's friend ought to be ashamed of himself. But look, I guess he hits hard because he won that fight. But Master P didn't give a damn. So after Romeo talked to him, told him to go home, chill out, because that way he didn't want his dad to go meet with Little One. But you know, Little One doesn't sound very smart. You know, they always talk about his jail arrest and, you know, I mean, this is his own family saying that he always pops off. But, you know, he proved to be dumb, like they said, because he showed up when Romeo told him to go home. So, you know, maybe some people just like trouble. You know, if you just, I want to do whatever it is that's going to get me in the most trouble. I mean, jails are full of people like that. And I'm thinking Little One is one of them. So I'm not going to call you Little One anymore. I'm probably going to call you Little Dumb. So that's where the episode left off. I'm still liking the show. I really love the show because it's filled with real life problems. So thanks for watching. See you next time. Bye.